Alright, so what we're doing here is taking the little BETA-65S out for a little spin here at near dusk, and pretty windy out tonight, but you know me, I gotta get my fix in. Wanted to get some FPV in, want to get a video out for you guys, and I decided I was going to talk over this after the fact because I wanted to do some tree whooping and wanted to concentrate on what I was doing. So this one was more or less a warm-up flight, kind of cruising around, getting to know the wind speed. Was pretty gusty, but as long as I stayed low, it was pretty good. But the higher you got, the windier it got. So I stayed pretty low for the most of this flight, except for when I'm in the trees. And as you can see, the sun's kind of beaming into the camera on certain angles, making it a little bit difficult to see where you're going. And coming around in the trees in the yard here, testing the range. FPV signal isn't too bad with the house in between us there, and never really felt like it got laggy on the signal with the jumper to the quad. And then here we are again down by the trees, and now I think I finally decided to go into the tree. And this is what I've really enjoyed doing lately, is kind of messing around with these trees, going in and out of these branches. Oh, what happened there? I meant to do that. So there's the high consequences, when you're flying in the trees like this, but that makes it more fun in my opinion. But there's also high likelihood that you're going climbing if you get stuck. So here I got really scared when I got towards this pine tree here, because these pine trees eat whoops, man. My pine trees on the side of my house, they eat whoops. Hit a little ghost branch there. I got to trim those trees. They got some branches like really withering away, and they kind of hanging down too low. But flying in and out of these branches, it's so fun to me. It makes you feel like you're just like this. You're in this tiny little spaceship and you're flying through like these crazy obstacles. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's just so fun flying in and out of the tree branches like this. When you watch a movie and you think it's kind of ridiculous how they're flying in and out of like these really tight and intricate spots, but then you go and you take your whoop and you kind of do that in a tree, and not a bad landing there if I do say so myself. And then it makes it a little more believable, in my opinion, that they could actually do that, because you're out here flying small through the trees. So here we go, fresh battery, and not even gonna mess around warming up, gonna go right for the tree. And when you get a perfect line going through these trees, it is a thing of beauty, in my opinion. And it's fun, it tests your reaction and it tests your decision making. You're looking for a clear path, and any minute when you're flying into the sun, a ghost branch could pop up and knock you out of the sky, and you could be in some big trouble. But then when you make it out of the trees and into the clearing, it is just a great feeling flying into the sun there. And the camera on the BETA-65S Lite handles the high contrast pretty well, but there are a few instances here where I'm flying around and I come out of the trees, and then this picture kind of goes a little dark, and that's a little unnerving when you're flying around. But overall, just having a blast flying in and out of these trees here. And ooh, ghost branch right there. And ooh, almost hit one right there too. And right here is what I'm talking about. I came out of these trees and I got a little scared because it got real dark for a second. So I couldn't really, and I knew my neighbor's power lines were somewhere around there, so I got a little scared. But the picture adjusted pretty quickly. And then the old under the trampoline move. You guys have seen that one before. And then quickly back around the tree. Almost had a little disaster there with the tree trunk. And then now we're gonna go back into the tree. Love the way the wide angle lens looks as you're flying through the tree branches. I mean, come on, that's cool, right? And getting comfortable flying around through these trees here. And then I figured I'd take a nice little break here and come back up. And then now we're gonna regroup. We're gonna go back into the tree line around the trampoline. And my intention here was to try and go all the way around the trampoline through those little gates there, and then I bailed on it. I was like, oh, this is too hard, I'm not messing with it. So I'll go back to the tree, which in some ways is even more difficult, but I don't know what it is. I'm fascinated through flying through these trees lately, and then flying under the trampoline again and through the tree. You know, it's just something about flying the small quads and trying. Ooh, yeah, I tried to hit that gap, but guess what? We landed up right side up, and so it's like it never even happened. You know, we just go out of the house, didn't even have to do the walk of shame and go pick it up, just fly it back up just like it didn't even happen, and then back through the trees. And I think I come back in here for a landing again, and I'm coming in sideways. That's me fighting the wind there. Real windy tonight, but not too bad. I was able to do some interesting stuff in the trees here. And then I'll give you one more flight here, and same thing, heading straight for the tree line, the trampoline, coming around the trampoline and over the trampoline. It's just, I don't know what it is about these whoops, man. They're just super fun to fly, and I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more of this tree. I'm getting a little comfortable with my trees here, so I might have to go find some other trees to fly around, you know, challenge myself a little bit more. But there's still plenty of gaps for me to hit in these trees. So wanted to give you guys just a quick little video of me flying through my trees. And let me know, you guys try stuff like this? Drop a comment down below if you try flying through some tree lines like this, or if you want to try it in the future. So that's it for me. And until tomorrow at noon, make sure you're out flying, fly small, fly the whoops, and we'll see you again tomorrow.